That's right. It's the morning show right here on KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, and Periscope TV. It's great to have you with us on this beautiful day. Yes, we got lots to talk about today. A little bit later on, Melissa Gonzalez from the Lioness Group. She's the woman that we always go to for retail ideas. She's also the author of the Pop-Up Shop Paradigm. Yes, the Lioness Group is a fantastic company which helps businesses and brands come together, do the pop-up experience, or even just make a great experience for the retail shopper. So she'll be talking to us about some special things in our own neck of the woods in LA that you can visit, including, wait for it, Britney Spears pop-up. We got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. Jesse, are you a fan of Britney Spears, and can you not wait to go visit this pop-up?
A fan, meh, but I'll go visit Britney Spears pop up. It sounds cool.
All right. See, I like that. I like your enthusiasm over there. So yeah, so there's that. Then there's an Uber lounge. We'll talk about all of that around the corner. Super excited about that. Always nice to join Melissa Gonzalez, who's joining us from the East Coast, by the way, New Jersey. So it's always nice when East meets West right here on the morning show. Speaking of East meets West, we got a lot of people tuning in on social media. LinkedIn Live, Facebook Live, YouTube Live, Periscope TV. We've got a couple tuning in there. Let us know where you're tuning in from. We might give you a shout out here live on the air. Also, around the corner, have you been thinking about, oh, I don't know, maybe going to school at Harvard, but you're thinking, do I have to drive there and then live there? Maybe that's just a little too much for me. Well, you can actually check out the special programs that they have over there at Harvard Business School online. So later on, just around the corner actually, Simeen Mosin will be joining us, talking to us about some of the things you need to do in order to find a job and some of the great programs they have over there at Harvard Business School online, which I think personally is the wave of the future, right? It's going to be, in my opinion, I know a lot of people are like, I disagree with that, but it's nice that you can actually take these classes online, especially for the person that's working, right? And they're trying to get maybe like their master's degree at the same time. I know of quite a few that have enrolled in certain programs across the nation, different types of schools, of course, and been able to actually get their master's degree while working as well. So pretty cool stuff. But all right, we got to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll be right back with more right here of The Morning Show. Stay tuned.
Gotta cry to keep from laughing. My eyes are playing tricks on me, 'cause I never thought I'd see you here again. Are you for real or are you acting? Claiming that I'm the best you had, and you wanna go right back to being more than friends. Sorry, I must have missed the punchline. You had the spotlight in my life, but baby, now you're out of time. Ain't it funny how it all comes back around? Comes back around. And ain't it funny how you can't tell up from down? Tell up from down.
All right, so we are here on our commercial break. For those of you tuning in for the very first time, this is where Jesse and I have some fun as well. Let's see, getting to talk to our social media audience. Let's go to Facebook over there, see who's tuning in there. On Periscope, we've already got Juan Carlos, CNN. Juan Carlos from CNN. Wow. Thank you for tuning in, Juan. Glad to have you with us. JG in Florida. Awesome. Also, Vito Lupo 2. Thank you for tuning in. Also, thanks for retweeting. We love Twitter's Periscope because you can just retweet, simple, and then all of your followers get to see our show. So, or they get to come across it and see if they like it. Maybe they'll be part of our Breakfast Club as our team over there. I'll call our audience or our viewers, our longtime listeners, call or have coined themselves. We're not like the Breakfast Club show. That's just, I mean, come on, there was a movie too. So there you go. Let's see, Mom's over there. I'm always afraid, like the Breakfast Club, there's a radio show called that. Like they're going to call us one day and say, you can't use that on your show. You're not the Breakfast Club. I'm like, they coined themselves that. What do you want me to do? Let's see, we got Mandy Lynn over there. Stephanie Reed. It's okay because I know the actor that was actually on that show, actually the movie, The Breakfast Club, and you know how like they all came together and so I can have him like go like do 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 do, right? It'll be like 1-up. Well, you know what? You're going to tell me to stop. Well, I'm going to have them tell you to stop, and then be like back and forth. Yeah, no. All bark, no bite. Mandy Lynn over there,
We have
because
20 seconds.
I wouldn't be that person. I'd be like, oh, okay, we'll stop using it. Stephanie Reed. Let's see. Tazarate, thanks for tuning in. Let's see. We got Tim Harris over there. Blanca, glad to have you.
10 seconds.
Ooh, okay. All right. I'm ready. That's right. It's the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM, KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, YouTube Live, LinkedIn Live. We're on all social media platforms as well as television and radio. One of the few shows I know of that are on all multiple platforms live. Most like just rebroadcast and a recorded session. But, I like that music that we just heard right now because it reminds me of somebody else who we've had a chance to have on the show a couple of times, by the way. And our social media audience member over there, Tazarate, made me aware of this. I did see this, though, and I did want to talk about this on our other show, the Hollywood Social Lounge. Congratulations to Emilio Rivera and the entire cast of Mayans MC, also known as the spinoff off of Sons of Anarchy. They were picked up for a third season. If you have followed us for quite some time, you'll remember Emilio actually talked about that before it got picked up. They were doing some things, a lot of major edits with the FX program and trying to get it fast and furiously just right because, of course, Sons of Anarchy, like following is huge and you don't want to mess that up. And obviously they have not messed it up one beat. In fact, getting picked up for a third season. Congratulations, Emilio, who often tunes into the morning show. So we appreciate him. All right, we got Mr. Jesse Sanchez over there. How are you doing, Jesse?
I'm doing great. Good morning.
Good morning. Have you seen any of the Sons of Anarchy programs or the Mayans? Have you seen that? Checked it out?
I've seen a couple episodes, but I haven't sat down and binge watched the seasons.
Yeah, I watch it just to go if I have to go mano y mano with somebody, I got to get the walk and the talk, or I just say, hey, Emilio, come over here. Just take care of this right here. He'll be like, oh, yeah. And he just gives them that look. Emilio has one of those looks. It's just like, okay, I said, what do you want? Well, come on. Let's do it. Let's do this right now. And that's probably a terrible impression of Emilio. Don't anybody tell Emilio that. But all right, so moving on, though. We got a lot to talk about today on this show. We've got the Lioness Group. Very own Melissa Gonzalez is going to be joining us a little bit later around the corner. If you remember, she joins us every first Wednesday of the month. She's the retail strategist expert over there. And she's here to talk to us about not so much strategy today, but some pretty cool pop-up experiences that you can experience right here in the LA, Southern California area. So we're going to be talking to Melissa around the corner. She's from the East Coast, but she takes time to pull up what we can visit over here on the West Coast. And then we somehow learn about strategy when it comes to retail by all of these different experiences and what is being done on the business end. So it's a win-win situation for all of us. Also, around the corner, we've got Harvard Business Online spending time with us, letting us know what people and especially employers, which I think this is kind of the week for people talking about that. I mean, we just had on, what was it, yesterday or was it the day before? They're all melding to one. We had Robert Half talk to us about, the workplace and how they can provide workers, but maybe you are thinking of a job, so some things to make your resume stand out as well. So I'm super excited about that. That's happening around the corner. But first, I want to do a big shout out to those tuning in live. Yeah, we've got Taz Zarate over there, a longtime listener. Thank you, Taz. We've got Diana Chenevere. Thank you for tuning in. We've got, Stephanie Reed. Yeah, Stephanie says, I know that's what I'm looking into for my bachelor's degree in media and communication online. Great way while running a media business. She's talking about Harvard Business School online, or any really business school online. You can see a lot of them taking the charge in that, so we'll be able to talk of how Harvard is leading the pack over there and what they're doing as well. Blanca Rivera is tuning in. Thank you, Blanca. Mom, thanks for tuning in on Periscope. We see Juan Carlos from CNN tuning in. Thank you, Juan. We appreciate you. And so there we go. Okay, so do we have our next caller ready to go, Jesse? Okay, we'll wait for that. Now, in the meantime, Um, this is a story that I thought you all would appreciate. And it is a cookie cutter like none other. Jesse, do you cook? Wait, did I get that right? Do you cook cookies with a cookie cutter?
No, mainly because I do not have any cool cookie cutters. But if you're gonna show me some cool ones, I might have to buy them.
I have one, and it's at Target, by the way. And they were sold out, and you'll see why when you see this picture. They sold out of these cookie cutters because, I mean, let's face it, I don't like cookie cutters typically because I'm lazy that way, right? I'm like, ugh, gotta do one, pull it down, do another one, right? This cookie cutter is for everybody like me, and evidently there's a lot of me out there because this sold out. It's the Christmas cookie season. It's almost here, which means your kitchen's about to be in a constant state of chaos. One kid wants a gingerbread house. The other wants star cutouts. You, of course, you're just, don't want to do the dirty dishes. So there it is. It's the special Target cookie cutter. It's all in one. Look at that. And for the radio audience, Jesse, how would you describe that?
Uh, as a humongous cookie cutter of unimaginable proportions.
Think of a house, and then in the house, you have all these different shapes. So it's a one-stop shop. It's known as the Giant Cookie Cutter by Hearth and Hand with Magnolia. You can make 24 cookies, stars, Christmas trees, snowflakes, houses, all in one fell swoop. That means everyone gets exactly what they want without requiring you to track down all the right cookie cutters and decorating tools. So for anyone who plans to avoid rolling out cookie dough, though, they also have a cookie stamps by Hearth and Hand with Magnolia to dress up cookies with festive cheer. All 3 stamps in this set come with a snowflake design and wooden handle to ensure a tight grip. So there you go. See, I mean, I know a lot of you are going to jump out and go get that because I've been around some of you which are making these cookies, and it's a process. But I mean, I get it. Like the little ones are like, oh, I like to make, and then you got to roll it out some more. But I'm a one-stop shop kind of guy. I don't got time for that. Let's just boom, done. All right, done. Let's deliver it, right? Okay, so there we go. Speaking of delivering, there is a school delivering a lot of help for a lot of students out there, a lot of people furthering their education. Competition, though, is always fierce for the coveted roles at the hottest organizations. Before you submit your application, though, there are some important tips to ensure you get noticed. Joining us today to discuss the secrets to a successful job search is the Managing Director of Marketing and Product Management at Harvard Business School Online, Samin Mohsen. Good morning. Welcome to the show, Samin.
Thank you, Aaron. Thanks for having me.
No, thank you. First of all, anytime anybody hears Harvard and that somebody says, "Oh, I went to Harvard," attention gets met pretty obviously. But I got a question because you're helping people get and find a job. What are some things that applicants should be looking for when applying for a job?
So at Harvard Business School Online, we recently did a survey of recruiters and found some interesting facts that we thought would be great to share with the broader population. One thing that struck us is technology plays a huge role in today's job search process. 90% of the recruiters we surveyed said that they're out there proactively searching for candidates, knocking on people's doors, people who they feel meet the skills and requirements of the jobs that they're looking for. So from a job seeker perspective, we would say there are 3 things that are important to remember. First, make sure you have a robust, updated online profile. That can be on LinkedIn, which has become somewhat of an industry standard.
Mm-hmm.
But in general, detailed descriptions of your recent job experiences and skills that you have. Second, we would say optimize your experiences and your resume with keywords. So these are skills that recruiters would be searching for. So take a look at some job postings in the industry that you're interested in or from the function that you're interested in, and make sure you mirror those in your resume. And third, we would say make sure you have a robust profile, whether that's on LinkedIn, Indeed, Glassdoor. There may be industry-specific sites that are more relevant for you to list your resume on.
Well, it's funny. You and I are both talking the same language. I actually used to be a recruiter that would help people get jobs, and so I would go through these resumes, and it would astound me how many resumes were terrible, and then those that were really great, and some would actually pay to get a resume done. I always say if you have a higher income paying job, it actually makes sense to pay somebody to do it. But let's say an entry level to mid level, what are some things as well that you would say, especially, I mean, I don't know. I'm just throwing this out there, but if I had Harvard on there, I'm pretty sure people would be like, "Oh, hey, whoa, let's pay attention to this candidate."
Well, a brand might get you some attention, but I think what we were chatting about earlier about in terms of paying attention to the details and making sure that you're listing the skills and the experiences that you have in an appropriate way is really important. So while it's great if you can afford to have someone look at your resume, I don't think it's necessary at all. I think looking at some resumes for the types of positions that you're interested in, you can search LinkedIn, you can search a bunch of these sites to try to understand what's the range of resumes out there. And you're right, there's ones that are not great that are out there, but to the extent that you can focus on the skills that you have and making sure you have some metrics that show the successes that you've had in different positions are really important as well.
Yeah, I always recommend if you have like it on a job board, you need to go in there and update it at least weekly if you actually are looking for a job. But you're talking about like the passive person because it's true. Recruiters will go through LinkedIn. And back in the day, I feel old all of a sudden. We didn't have that. We had to do Google search and kind of find hopefully online ones, or we had to use a directory. But with LinkedIn Live, I'm sorry, we're streaming right now to LinkedIn Live, as a matter of fact. But on LinkedIn, getting your resume on there, how important is that for the majority of applicants that you've seen like get jobs?
I think it's critical. I think having an updated resume, as you said, could be weekly if you're in the midst of a job search, but even if you're a passive, person who has been in the job for a period of years, it's important to go in there periodically and update because particularly today in many industries, there's new terms that come into play. So, for example, if you were a marketer 20 years ago, your resume will look very different compared to a marketer today, where they're searching in optimization and other terms. So it's important to keep in touch with the evolution of the function or the industry that you're in. And I think even as someone who's passive, it's important to remember to do that. So whether that's setting yourself a calendar reminder to do that every quarter or every 6 months, it's an important part of professional development overall.
Yeah, I could think of certain, like if you say efficient in MS-DOS, that you should probably update that on your resume. But okay, let's talk about the interviewing process, though. Samin, any tips there?
Yes, we heard consistently from the recruiters that there are 4 things that are important in the interviewing process. And now some of this may be fairly obvious to us, but it bears repeating. First, be on time. That's really important. Punctuality is important. They want to see that you respect their time and your own time as well. Second, be polished and professional. Now, this can mean different things for different industries, but making sure you're aware of the culture and of the company that you're interviewing with so that you can take it up a notch and make sure that you feel good about the way you're presenting yourself. Third, be nice. It's amazing we have to say that, but it's a great thing to remember. People can be nervous as they're going into an interview situation, and making sure you leave your attitude at the door is really important. And fourth, prepare, do your homework. Definitely make sure you do some research about the company that you're interested in and have a couple of back pocket questions that you can refer to perhaps as you're chit-chatting with people going into the interview or at the end of the interview. That shows that you know what the company is about and how you could add value to the company.
Well, Samin, we're up against a very hard break in about a minute, but let's go to Harvard Business School Online. How can that give you the edge up? I understand you offer quite a lot of courses over there, and it's growing, it seems like, every day. What can we look forward to over there?
Sure. We offer a range of courses that help learners learn vital business concepts. And based on our survey results, 85% of those we surveyed said that online certificates can help you stand out. Now, in our case, we offer business courses, but there's a lot of great programs out there. And it essentially just gives you an edge. It shows employers that you're committed to learning and gives you additional skills. So you could do a little bit of a gap assessment and see what skills you need to get to the next level.
I'm liking this one. Mastering growth. I like that. Negotiation mastery, scaling ventures, entrepreneurship essentials, financial accounting. I would not do the accounting. I'm not good with numbers. But I want to say, Samin, thank you very much for spending time with us on the show. How can people find out more information about the Harvard Business School online?
Go to online.hbs.edu. We have more information about our survey, and as you mentioned, a catalog of our courses with descriptions about our courses.
All right, so there we go. Thank you very much for spending time with us here on The Morning Show.
Thank you, Aaron.
All right, we got to take a quick break, but there it is. Harvard Business School online. Yes, it's an option. Go check it out. You'll be glad you did. We got to take a break. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned.
Desert Wireless Internet Service Provider is accepting new customers for high-speed wireless internet access in their home or business. DWISP is your internet service provider in the high desert. Protect and secure your network and not have to worry about breaches or security risk. Call today and cut the cord. 760-245-1161. That number again, 760-245-1161.
All right, so there we go. Yes, Harvard Business School online. That's where it's at. Look at some of these cool courses they have, too, by the way. Let's see. Business Analytics. It takes 8 weeks, 5 hours a week. They break it down for you and how much it actually is. And then you get the certificate from the Harvard Business School online. Applications, according to this, are all, it looks like some of these are still good to go. Let me go. Ooh, this one's really good. Developing yourself as a leader. Right? Better than just reading a book, especially when you get a nice little Harvard Business School online in your back pocket. Maximize your leadership trajectory in our real-time interactive online classroom with HBS faculty and one-on-one talent development coaching. Whoa. That's for 12 weeks, only 2 to 3 hours a week. And do you have that photo where like the teachers in front of all of those, like that looks like a Batman, right? Jesse, am I wrong? Did you see that? It's like, that looks like the Bat Cave right there, doesn't it?
It does. It looks like he's snooping on a bunch of people.
That looks pretty cool. I like that. So there you go. That's pretty amazing. Let's see. They've also got, let me go on. Like with the phones, you know which one I'm talking about, right? Dark Knight, when he's like, he has all these phones that he could like see from different angles. Yeah, but that's pretty cool. I mean, I'm telling you, this is where I believe the future is. Not in everything. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to see people be like, no, you have to have hands-on experience. I get that. I totally get that. Like a doctor. Do I want a doctor? Probably some of the coursework he could do online, right? But not all. I know. Some people are like, no, there's some stuff you still have to be hands-on. I get it. I'm just saying.
We have 30 seconds.
Close to 8:30, yes, Brenda. On our next break. Sorry, sorry to you. Sorry to the audience, because they're like, who are you talking to? That's in my ear, so so you are behind the scenes, so I'm trying to
I'll call her.
help one person, then the other person.
Hear me.
During the break, because we're going to hear her, by the
We
way.
have 10 seconds.
Don't call her just yet. I like this one. Yes, second break. Negotiation. That's right. It's the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET 1490 AM, KVVB TV, also Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and of course our other YouTube Live. Yes, pretty good information over there. If you don't have a LinkedIn Live account, I always say make sure you have one. Put your picture. That's the mandatory one. I know a lot of you have a LinkedIn Live one that you probably haven't visited. So LinkedIn Live actually got bought by Microsoft, by the way. So Microsoft has revamped a lot of the things that they're doing. They've actually added events now. You can invite your friends on LinkedIn to an event. That's a brand new service. LinkedIn Live as well. They actually have a new video, which we broadcast on as well, which is great for your business contacts. And being able to connect with decision makers and key decision makers. I always tell people, make sure you have a LinkedIn Live account. Many people, I get it. Back in the day, it was like, oh, it was only a resume type thing. But now it's really a social media marketing. Great stuff for like business information, anything that you can think of there. Go check it out. If you have an account, update your profile with a new picture. If you haven't looked at it, make sure to update it with your most recent. I get hit up all the time by recruiters based on my experience, and I have to turn each one of them down because, unless it's like, I don't know, ABC corporate, then I'd be like, whoa, 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 whoa. But so there you go. So we appreciate you. But go check it out. Harvard Business School online. It's very simple. They have a lot of classes there. They've got sustainable business strategy, scaling ventures, negotiation mastery. I like that. Imagine that. Like, hey, I learned from the best, Harvard Business School. Unless, of course, you like go against another person who said, I took the same course. And you're like, oh, man. So there you go. But pretty cool stuff. Management Essentials, leading with finance, global business, financial accounting. These are just some courses of the many courses that they have and cool places that they have. And they have a live platform as well as a course platform. I like the live platform because you can ask questions of everybody or of the teacher right there and then. And of course, but you got to behave, right? If you go like, you can't like snooze on that. You got to like pass it. They probably like calling you live and you're like, oh, that's right. So there you go. But moving on, though, there's lots to talk about, including this. And I think, since we're talking about Harvard Business School online, let's talk about learning and something that you're like, well, you can't train a dog to do new tricks. Is it a dog new tricks? Well, this dog in particular, I'm a little kind of like envious of this dog. I think I either need this dog or I need a dog to be like one up this dog. So this dog, Jesse, I'm not sure if you heard about this. It's a dog learning to talk by using a custom soundboard to speak. Have you seen this?
No, I have not. That's actually really cool.
Hey, you're thinking, how can I get my dog to do this, right? A speech language pathologist with an 18-month-old dog is working to find out, and she's already discovered that her dog Stella can literally tell her things. And she's tried after playing and now would like a nap, or that instead of playing at this moment, she would prefer to eat, and that she would like to go outside, specifically to the park. It's all possible through the use of an adaptive device Christina Hunger, 26, devised to help Stella communicate not only words, but her thoughts and feelings too. When the Blue Heeler Catahoula mix wants to talk, she steps on buttons corresponding with words Hunger recorded and programmed into the device. So it's really cool. I don't know how to explain this other than for example, one day the pup was whining at the front door, started pacing back and forth. Hunger assumed she needed to go outside. Instead, Stella walked to her device and tapped out, "Want Jake come," then stood in front of the door until Hunger's fiance Jake came home a few minutes later, and then Stella immediately pressed happy and rolled out over for a belly rub. Now, how cute is that? Hunger still told This Made People magazine, by the way, said, "I'm in constant amazement and shock every day. She says something cooler than she said the day before." And she's Instagrammed this video as well, because you really probably be like, I don't believe it. I think it's just a whole lot of malami over there. I don't believe it. Hunger works in San Diego with 1- and 2-year-old children, many of whom also use adaptive devices that help them communicate. Began teaching Stella words when the canine was about 8 weeks old. The 50-pound dog now knows at least 29 words and can combine up to 5 words to make a phrase or sentence. The way she uses words to communicate and the words she's combining is really similar to a 2-year-old child. That's according to Hunger, who documents Stella's progress on her blog, Hunger for Words, and Instagram. So I know what you're thinking. You're like, I need to follow this lady because I'm doing it pretty soon, right after this show. Hunger for Words. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and do that right now just to prove it. So let's see, we're going to follow her, Hunger for Words. I'm going to type her in, Hunger for Words, because I'm thinking, Jesse, I think it's too late for your dog, by the way.
Yeah.
Can't teach an old dog new tricks. That was it. Yeah, that's. Oh wow, she has 95,000 followers. Because all these people are like, how can I need that device. I need to train my dog now just to train the cat so I can one up, be like, boom, cat can learn too and faster, quicker. Okay, we need to take a break. We got Melissa Gonzalez waiting in the wings over there. We're going to bring her on right after these messages with some really cool pop-up shop experiences in our local backyard. We'll be right back right after these messages. Stay tuned. All right, so there we go. Is Melissa on there or no? I don't. She says
She's
she
there.
is.
She's there.
Yeah, because you have to right-click properties, select
Five-
her.
5 seconds.
Melissa, just hang tight. We're going to connect you on the next break.
Okay.
Next break. Welcome back. Yes, it is.
Welcome back.
The morning
Yes, it
show
is.
right here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM, KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, and Periscope TV. Yes, earlier I was talking about LinkedIn Live. We tend to be talking a lot about LinkedIn Live today because LinkedIn Live, as many don't know, actually got bought by Microsoft. But Microsoft's doing some pretty cool, amazing things in their neck of the woods in Japan. Not sure if you saw this, Jesse, but Microsoft has experimented and is making headlines across the board. And I know some out there are like, nah, I'm never going to do that. But I'm thinking, there are some instances where I think if you could do this, why not, right? Okay, so Jesse, tell me, what do you think? Good idea or bad idea? Microsoft experiment with a 4-day work week in Japan. Do you think that's a good idea or a bad idea?
How long are the work days?
Wait, what? You're still asking? You're like, wait, no, it's just you get 4 days. So in other words, you get the 5th day off. It doesn't matter how many hours. You get the 5th day off, like to do it. So you get a 3-day weekend. You're so funny. You're like, I'm not going to commit to just this. Okay. So
I can't hear you. What?
hold on. We're getting. You know what? Let's do this. We're going to take a quick break here on the morning show.
I
I'll
would use
get
my
more
phone,
information
too,
for you
'cause I have
right
a
after
better
these
camera.
messages. Stay tuned. We'll be right back. All right, so we're on our commercial break here. We had a little issues there. We're hearing Melissa Gonzalez over the air there, but she's waiting in the wings. Good morning, Melissa.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, good. We're on a commercial break right now, but sounds like you're busy over there at the Lioness Group. What does your day consist of, just out of curiosity? Like, if I were a fly on the wall, what would I see happening?
Before I get to the office or only in the office?
Only in the office.
Okay.
We have 10 seconds.
Okay,
Okay.
Jesse.
Is this
Actually,
live?
we'll have
I
to
don't
hold
know.
that. We'll have to hold that. We'll keep you during the break.
Okay.
Wait, we're going to take one more break after this, by the way. That's That's right. It's the morning show right here on
That's right.
ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM. Also tuning in live at KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. Yes, we're on all social media platforms that have any video to watch. Yes, we got Melissa Gonzalez over there from the East Coast. This is when East Coast meets West Coast right here on the morning show. Melissa, how are you doing over there? What's the weather like?
It's okay. And we're going to hit, I think, almost 60 today, so not so bad. We had a little bit of a cold spree after Halloween, but this is bearable.
Well, now I know when the snow hits, it hits, and you want to stay like indoors or at least like with a hot cup of coffee or cocoa. About what time of season is that going to happen? Like in the mid-November, December?
Well, we're getting predictions that it might snow this Friday, so I don't think
wow.
I'm ready for that, but it might
Whoa.
happen.
Yeah, and you're so petite, so you got like no additional like insulation. See, I got insulation.
Thank you.
Yeah, I've got insulation, so I've got like I like the cold, but lately I haven't been doing well with the cold. I think it's my age. I don't know. But let's move on though on to some pretty cool stuff on the West Coast over here. Of course, you are our pop-up shop expert extraordinaire. But what's going on our end of the world?
You have a lot of exciting retail going on that I'm looking forward to talking about. Some of it is like a traditional store openings. Others are just really interesting collaborations. And then one's not really opening till January, but I think it needs to be on everybody's radar. So the first is this clean beauty platform called Roven that opened a store. And I'm always just so attracted to stores that are naturally Instagrammable, and so it's great store design. But they're basically an e-commerce platform that sells natural supplies. So Grove Collective is kind of the parent, and they sell natural cleaning supplies and home products. And then they launched a beauty concept called Roven, which went live and opened a store on Abbot Kinney Boulevard.
Now, I know Brenda loves to try on makeup. She laid out all of her makeup. I kid you not. It like filled the kitchen countertop, like it's like all makeup because she was organizing, right? So I'm not sure I want to take her to get more makeup, but are there any ones like she should look up that you know about that like are going to be featured here? Because I'm looking at Leading Lash, Gal Meets Gloss, 5-Minute Flush. I don't even know what that means.
Yeah, Tata Harper, Juice Beauty. There's a lot of great brands here. I mean, she needs to do her market research, Aaron. You need to support that.
You know what, and I will. She's like, yes, he does. Yes. That and the shoes, I'm telling you. Okay, so let's go to the next one, because the next one's pretty cool as well. I think, I mean, between Lyft and Uber, I prefer Lyft, but sometimes I prefer Uber, but Uber's kind of winning my vote over here.
Yeah, I am a Lyft person as well. And sometimes it just depends on the geography, but I think it's really cool what they're doing. And it just kind of sends a message of like what brands need to do as a whole in these collaborations and immersive experiences. So, you know, they announced last week that they did a partnership with Caruso. So if you go at the Grove, the Americana, Palisades Village, you now have high-end Uber lounges. And, you know, I think they did a market study, first of all, to track where the most pickups and drop-offs were happening for Uber drivers, and the Grove was number one. So,
well, can I just say something here? So Uber and Lyft, by the way, are having a terrible time at the LAX, and the LAX is like they've segmented them over off to the side, so now they have their own shuttles. There was news today that they've switched it all around because people are upset that normally take Uber or Lyft. They can't get picked up right at curbside like they normally did. The good news is they've cut it down. I think as much as like 30% from traffic going into the LAX, like around that area. But people are having to wait in long lines for this. Yeah. So I'm wondering, is this like a precursor to what we're going to see maybe? I mean, would this calm you down as a traveling passenger to be like, oh, I get to kind of like have an Uber lounge, right?
You have a VIP lounge. It's like when you get stuck at the airport and you get to go sit in the president's suite, right? Or
right.
Then they give you free wine and food, and there's toys for the kids. So this one,
whoa! They give you free wine? I need to get it.
Uber's doing that. I'm saying at the airport.
Melissa,
yes, you need to be in the president's lounge. Come on.
Well, I've never been in the president's lounge. Melissa, you'd stop. Okay, you're getting me. I'm going to throw this down and be like, I'm so upset that I didn't even know this existed. You don't need to like, you know, say, oh, I went in VIP lounge, but Do they really do this? What else do they have in these
They
lounges?
do.
I'm
They
like,
do for frequent flyers. You get a certain status, and they allow. Like it's new. It's not. I haven't been able to do this forever. It's new, but it's like, look, know your customer. That's kind of what this is about, right? So like, people who are frequently using you, they're VIPs. They're loyal to your brand. Let's give them something back. And I think this is another example of that. And these lounges have beautiful furniture. There's USB ports. You could charge your phone. Um, they have climate controlled spaces. They're giving you exclusive promo codes and all these special amenities. So, look, if you're getting these perks while you wait, it's not so bad, right?
yeah, it makes sense. And tip for you, Melissa. I don't know about VIP or the lounge that the president has access to if you have like special points, but
But
I
yes.
I read this once that if you want to get bumped up to first class, A, you got to be really nice to the attendants, and secondly, you got to dress for it. So you don't. They're not going to bump you up if you have sweats on, is what I'm saying. But you got to kind of look business like, and then you kind of fit in. So they're not like, whoa, how did you manage to get that spot? Yeah, there's a tip to
I
everybody.
don't know
Everybody,
if that's true.
no,
But
it
we'll
is.
try it.
Well, you know what? I haven't tried it in a suit. I always go in like sweats, but I'm going to try it next time because I go everywhere else in a suit. I get made fun of because I go in suits everywhere. But I am telling you, if I get bumped up to first class, I'm going to talk about that. Next on the list is one that Jesse cannot wait to go to, by the way. It involves a special singer.
Oh yeah, Britney's back. So the Zone, it's going to be a Britney Spears pop-up experience opening up in LA. Tickets are already on sale for that, so we'll see how much they're available, how much longer they're available. It's a 30,000 square foot pop-up. It's going to be at the corner of Fairfax and Third, and it's going to be open six days a week, beginning late January from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. So you better get your tickets. But I think this is going to be a very interesting experience. It's going to be shareable moments, of course, because everything's about the gram, but shareable moments and exhibits of 10 rooms of Britney's most memorable music videos. So, I mean, I think, yeah, you need to get involved.
I'm not going to lie. I actually thought that was Britney's new airline. Can we go back to that photo with the B, like the Britney photo for you radio audience? I can't help but describe this other than imagine half of the cockpit of an airplane only being part of it and then the other half completely open. We need to do this, but then would it be top heavy? Would you be like leaning to the left a little too much on the plane? I don't know. Everybody would be like, space it out, sort out all on the left-hand side. I'm just saying that looks like a real set.
It's like a real set. I'm sure that it was designed to give room for those moments, but yeah, I think that's from Brittany High. There's Baby One More Time. There's going to be Oops, I Did It Again. There's going to be scenes from Toxic. So, get Circus. So get ready to like bring some of your favorite songs alive and your own interpretation of Britney Spears videos.
So I'm not a real big Britney fan, but I am a big music video fan. So remember like VH1 back in the day, for us that remember, VH1 actually had videos that were like music enabled, and MTV, same thing. But wouldn't it be cool if like they had like this like video camera where you could can we go back to that photo of the one with like the special lights? I want to go in there and like throw down and like, that one. I want to throw down.
You got to go in there and throw down. So when you go in, they're going to give you an RFID wristband. It'll connect you to an app, and then you can download on your smartphone, and it's going to help you with like making this a completely interactive experience.
I just want to do my own music video, even if I have to lip sync to Britney Spears. I'll do it.
You're gonna lip sync. You can't compare to Britney. You can't. Come on, lip sync. It's all about the dance moves.
I don't know. I'm working on it. Okay, let's see. Yes. Let's see. No, okay, moving on though. So obviously you're a big Britney Spears fan, I can imagine. Are you gonna fly over here for this? I don't know in first class, but first sit in so you could get wine and get all that champagne and the stuff I didn't know existed at airports.
Yeah, all of it. I don't know if I'm gonna wear a suit, but I'm gonna drink my champagne and I'm gonna go dance to. I was a fan of Lemonade. My girls and I used to do a dance to that. But yeah, I'm gonna get involved.
Okay. So you could train me on the dance moves, and then we'll I help you, you help me. It works that way. All right. Really quick though, I want to go. Your book is on Amazon.com, Barnes and Noble. It's known as the Pop-Up Paradigm. How much can we get it for? Because I have yet to read it. I'm not going to lie. Because I figure I have you.
Yeah.
So I just ask you all the stuff, and then I'm like, but I kind of want to get my hands on this.
You have not gotten a copy? Oh my goodness, we have to fix that. But it's $15, I believe. I honestly, you know how it is. If you go on some sites, you could probably get it for less. But
Right.
it's a quick read. It's a good read on the airline flight that you take after you go to the President's Suite, and it's really just like, here's what people have done in the market. Here's some good ideas. And when I first wrote the book, people asked, "Is this just a fad?" But as you know, pop-ups are mainstream now. They're everywhere. So.
Yeah.
It's a good, quick way to kind of learn about the different reasons why people do pop-ups, who's executed them successfully, and some things that you should keep in mind before you dive into your first endeavor of your first pop-up store.
Yeah. Again, for those tuning in, Melissa has her finger on the pulse. She knew it. She predicted it would be a big thing. It has been, and pretty cool. I want to say thank you, Melissa, for spending your time with us all the way from the East Coast, where the East meets the West. Look at that. You're on the right-hand side. Wait, what was right? You're over.
Yeah,
you're over there.
We did this,
all right.
Yeah.
Yeah, East meets
I'm
West.
over
Get
here.
it?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
it's backwards. I gotta go this. Yeah. Okay.
All right, Melissa Gonzalez, thank you very much for spending time. How can people find you and your entire team over there if they want to make a brand experience happen? I understand Nordstrom's doing some cool stuff, by the way, but
Yeah. Absolutely. You could reach us at INS Group. We're on Instagram and Twitter, or I'm at Mel on Instagram and Twitter.
All right. So Melissa Gonzalez over there, we appreciate you. Thank you for spending time with us here on the morning show.
Thanks for having me.
All right, we got to take another break here. We're going to regroup here, and we'll be back right after these messages. Stay tuned. And go visit her book. Get the book. I got to read that. Be like, I'll have it all, on the airplane. We'll be right back. Seriously, we'll be right back. All right, so there you go. Pop-up shop paradigm. That's where you got to get. Good read over there. I'm going to read it. Dressed all like in my nice suit. Be like, yes, his first class. I don't think you can be that way. You got to be really nice to them. Has anybody done that? Gotten upgraded last minute? I don't know why, but I think Brenda, have you been upgraded last minute to first class, or you always got flew first class?
I've been on first class. It's nice.
She's been on first class as well. Ugh.
The chairs are comfortable. The people are nice.
You know what? Never mind. We can't talk anymore. Everybody's. Jesse, have you flown first class?
I don't want to make you feel bad. So, yeah, I actually did. No, I'm just playing with you. I'm joking. Economy.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna hate. I'm gonna be like, you know what? Good for you. What's that trick, though? I want to know the trick. I know there's a trick. There's a couple tricks. People post these, and then they get taken down. So I'm sure there's a trick. Watch, I'm gonna pull it up. But then if I tell everybody's gonna end up in first class, and I'm still not gonna end up in first class. But you know what? Better you than me, because we're not all gonna be on the same flight. So I mean, come on, right?
Do you want to know the 100% way to get into first class?
Yeah.
Buy a ticket. Okay, he didn't like that.
That was pretty good though. I'm gonna you know what? Yeah. That was a good one. I'm everybody around the world is laughing at that joke. Okay, moving on. I'm like, wow, he knows how to get on. This is great. First, whatever. All right, moving on.
Secrets.
You should publish that. You should, yeah. I don't need no secrets. I already know 100% way to get on. Anyway, there you go. Yeah, they give wine. That's crazy. Again, Brenda, no need to gloat. She's like, oh yeah, wine, mimosas, yeah. You guys can. I
20
don't know if you can hear
seconds.
her, by the way. I can. So she's taunting me now.
They can hear me now.
Oh, there she is. There,
I'm the voice.
there's
yes,
the
I
taunter.
was saying mimosas, wine, extra pillows.
5
blankets.
seconds.
Here we go.
Oh.
Extra pillows for free. Welcome back. Yes, it is the morning show right here on ABC News Radio, KMET, 1490 AM, KVVB TV, Channel 33, Facebook Live, and Periscope TV. Okay, I have a little flying envy. Whenever I go past like the first class area, I'm looking at those nice white seats, and then I'm hearing that they get all these cool stuff for free. Oh, granted, it's really not for free. You just paid it in your ticket. So technically, would I rather save the money and go to the back? Yes. I'm that person. But if you just want to yeah, but there you go. But I did read that. You got to dress the part. So if you look the part, you're nice, and then I guess there's some other spiffs that I'm not sure exist. You can get bumped from regular to first class if they have a seat. Although I have been on a lot of planes where the first class is empty. And I'm like, can you bump at least a couple of us up? But there you go. So I don't know. Sometimes I think this is a figment of people's imagination. Earlier, we were speaking about this, and I have to bring it back to this because it's pretty cool. Microsoft employees were conducted by an experiment in Japan, and it was a 4-day work week. Over the summer, Microsoft Japan participated in a challenge linked to balancing work and home life, during which employees worked 4 days, getting, of course, Fridays off. Now, the challenge adjusted elements such as shorter meetings. I agree with this. There's nothing like a very long meeting. You know what I mean? Like, usually they're meant to be like an hour meeting, but then they go on for like 5 hours. In businesses, I've been in a lot of meetings like this. When I was a recruiter, we would be in meetings where like, oh my goodness, can we just get to, making calls? And because everybody wants to talk, right? So they cut it down to no longer than 30 minutes. That's smart. Hey, guys, we got to hit our bullet points. Boom, 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 boom. I get it. Not all the time it can be that way. But fewer invitees to meetings, like that as well. Stop with all the meetings in an effort to maximize efficiency. Results of the challenge released last week found productivity in August was up nearly 40% compared to the same time a year ago, while electricity consumption fell 23% as well compared to August of 2016. A growing number of businesses in the U.S. have adopted a 4-day work week to boost productivity and gain an edge in hiring. A survey conducted in April by the Society for Human Resource Management found 15% of organizations offer 4-day work weeks, up from 13% in 2017. So that's good. Another 2% going, you know what? We can do that. And I get it. There's some organizations that just cannot do it. You have like a service, you're providing a service, you can't do that necessarily. But there are ones that, hey, if it's possible, like Jesse cannot get this, by the way. Jesse, don't even think about it. Like, we need you here 5 days of the week because we're a weekday show. I don't get the time off. You don't get the time off. Got that, Jesse? Because he's probably like calculating, like, wait, yeah. See, that's my point. Not all jobs work that way. So everybody's like, wow, you're such a mean boss. I'm not the boss, by the way. Yeah, that's Mitch, not me. So so there you go. But I don't think they would they're going to hear this. They're going to be like, don't put that out there. Like I said, not everybody could do this. But there are some employers that actually they could go, well, if we could fit it all in the 4, why not? I know Brenda used to manage a company over there and did a lot over there, actually, and they were able to hey, why not, right? People get to get more time off. So it makes sense for those that can actually do it. But what do you think about that, Jesse? Remember, you can't participate in this, by the way, unless you go work for Microsoft, which, no, you have to work in Japan. Actually, that's not a bad thing. Jesse?
No. I'd be up for it. I wouldn't mind it. Although I do enjoy working here, so it's fun.
You can work here for the next
Who wouldn't?
500 years then. Thank you. All right. See, Jesse, that's Jesse. You made it for that last comment during the break. Okay, moving on. I know a lot of you are like, what did he say? You got to follow us on our online version. I'm telling you, it's a lot of fun. We have a lot of social media following over there. I got Taz over there. He says, nothing is for free. First class, you are still paying. Exactly. Let's see. And then he says, Jesse dropped the mic and during the break. And there you go. So, all right. Other news you can use, or maybe not, is this one. American Girl Have you heard of it? American Girl. It's a special like line. Remember the whole "I'm talking Tina and I don't like you." Well, there's an American Girl dazzles with the Swarovski crystal encrusted holiday doll. It's a hefty price tag. If you got $5,000 to spend, this is the doll for you, Jesse. Like, to buy maybe like your little, I don't know, little family member over there. So, what do you think about that? $5,000 for that doll. $5,000.
My facial expression. No, that's too much.
It's Swarovski.
Does
Swarovski.
Does it make me food?
They have crystal encrusted in the packaging there, so I don't know. But anyway, feel good about the toys you're buying that are a lot less than that. My goodness, thank God our little one's not a girl. I'll be like, I want that. And I'll be like, no, stick to the toy guns. All right, we're going to take a break here. We'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same channel. Stay tuned for more right here at KMET, 1490 AM. All right, we are still here with the rest of you. We just had to let go of our radio audience over there. But what do you think about that? Crystal encrusted holiday doll, hefty price tag, $5,000. I think Jesse's face said it all. But hey, for those of you that want to pay that exorbitant amount, and maybe, look, you got money to spend. I get it. I'm not going to judge. Speaking of money to spend, by the way, I'm not sure if you guys saw this. So I'm debating on what I want to share with you between DMV or craziness happening over there when it comes to money. Let me go to the DMV because that one actually makes more sense. DMV people out there, like you already get, like if you have to wait for the DMV, correct me if I'm wrong, but you're like, DMV, right? Doesn't get a really good reputation. Well, the DMV just announced they had a data breach, exposed thousands of drivers' social security information. So next time somebody is rude to you at the DMV, you could be like, I trusted you with my information, and look what happened. According to the DMV, the data breach happened over the past 4 years. They're just announcing that now, and the information could have been used in criminal, tax, or child support investigations. They said 3,000 drivers, actually, their Social Security information has been shared. And the DMV said it discovered the data breach in August and sent a letter to all affected drivers informing them of the breach. So if you have a letter, you were breached. If you don't have a letter, you can rest assured you're good. Although, if that was 4 years ago, who's hacking us now, right? Important to get identity theft, right? Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Same place, same channel, right here on The Morning Show, KVVB TV, 33, Facebook Live, Periscope TV, LinkedIn Live, and YouTube Live. We'll see you tomorrow. Make it a great day. Bye-bye, everyone.